Hello! Oh, my light's all weird. I need to change that. So I realized, oh, excuse me. I realized that the room light, if I turn that off, you can actually see my work so much better. So we're giving that a try. But apparently it makes my face all dark. Oh, of course, because I've started talking, Zoe has come into the bedroom, the room. But anyway, hi. I am going to do some stitching, as you can probably tell. I am almost done with this piece. This piece should have been completed like a week ago, honestly. So that's a bit of a bummer because I'm not really sure how I'm going to give it to the giftee, but I will figure something out. But it's cute nonetheless. I'm so warm. It's apparently going to be in the 30s, which is I'll convert it. Which is going to be more than 86 Fahrenheit, basically. And after having rain and cold and snow, even before then, for over 6 months, I am just dreading this weekend. And it's already warm. Like, what's today been? It's currently 19, which is just like, okay, cool. But today was warmer than that. It was a high of 22. So, like, it really wasn't that warm today. I'm just not used to it. It's going to get up to 33 on Sunday. That's the highest, which is 91. I don't want that. I don't want that. Can we not have that? That'd be good. Anyway, then do some stitching. Just closing some stuff on my computer. Honestly, I want to do stitching tonight, but I'm also kind of like meh, not really feeling it very well about the chatty chat and chats. So we'll see how we go. I'm just fixing my stuff. That can go away. That it's doing stuff that I don't want it to do. Oh, come on. Here we go. Okay, that over there. That's okay. And it is really dark on my face, isn't it? Let's see if I can change that with like this, maybe? Not really. So many cables. It's redonkulous. Anyway, I've got this. I've got my two Satsuma Street pieces that I'm working on. Oh, excuse me. I apologize. I've got this piece that I should work on. I'm just really not feeling it. This little, I can get them in. This little Stitch People piece. I haven't heard back from my customer though, about details. So I'm kind of like, meh, about that one. It's kind of been put on hold a little bit. But yes, I'm going to finish this. Should I try and do it in this friend? Maybe. I'm also really sore. As update, I went to the foot doctor today. Got some bad news. I need to book an MRI tomorrow as they sent across the information for it today, and so I got told to wait until tomorrow to book anything. And yeah, I'm just like, I'm likely gonna need surgery, and just dreading it. It's just another setback on getting healthy, and yeah, I'm just feeling really meh about it all. So I have another moon boot, which is great. This one doesn't go all the way up to my knee though. This is like halfway up my shin, so it's a bit easier to walk in. And I got a brace that I can use for martial arts, which I used today, and it didn't hinder me. I don't know how much it really helped, to be honest. And yeah, I'm just like, it's been 7.5 months now. I'm so jack of it all. Yeah, it's a little bit BS how badly our bodies can get injured in like split second. And I know that like it could have been so much worse. I wasn't in like a bad accident or anything like that. Yeah, I'm just having a whinge. Just don't mind me. Okay, so I have this white, and I have a really light yellow. This one here. And so I want to do French knots. I don't want to overdo the whole thing. As you can see in the graphic up there, I only designed the middle bit. I always planned on doing the flowers around the edge. I've been freehanding it, which is like so unlike me, to be honest. Oh man. Oh, excuse me. So we'll take that off. I can put that on there, so it's out of the way. Okay. Just trying to think. I wouldn't mind keeping it super simple. Like I honestly I could leave it as is, and I think it would look nice. I think it does look nice if I washed it, because you can still see all the gritting. But I do feel like I'd like to put some yellow in. Maybe just around the flowers, not in. I was thinking in between the flowers. I don't know. But yeah, I think it looks cute. We'll do single strand. Actually, no, we'll do double, and I'll just wrap once. Okay, I have to flip it to. Whoops. Start my. To be able to attach it. I don't know. Words are hard. English is hard. I'm very glad that I am a native English speaker, because I would hate to try and learn English as a second language. It is terrible. It's a terrible language. And then there's so many different dialects of it, and accents, and yeah. I envy people who are bilingual. Bilingual plus, like if you can do more than two languages, that's even more amazing, in my opinion. But man, yeah, I wish past me had gotten on that. properly and not the sort of half-assed attempt I did when I was learning German. But on that same vein, I have signed up for an online course on how to learn sign language, and that starts next month, and I'm pretty pumped about that. I've always been very fascinated by sign language. So I'll be learning American Sign Language, so ASL, which makes sense if I'm. Oh, really? This is just being a bitch. All my French knots are getting pulled through. What? No, it just like fully disappeared. Come back. There we go. I don't like that actually. I'm not liking that at all. Okay, I'm gonna flip that and cut it because I'm not happy with that. I don't like that. Looks bad. I need pointier scissors. Maybe I just leave it as is, because I think it does look pretty cute. Which, if that's the case, that's kind of funny, because this is where I was at, and I could have gifted it. Oh well. It's good practice for me, because I often want to, like, go over the top. Stuff like this. Okay, I can go away. That'll flatten out. Okay, I don't know. I think it's kind of cute. Flatten it out so you can see it better. Oh, I'm so sore. Martial arts was not that hard this Thursday. Last Thursday, oof. I didn't stream because of martial arts last Thursday. I was so sore and tired. Apparently I'm tired today too. But holy crap, I was sore. The thought of sitting here was just torture. I think that's fine, and I've just realised that I've signed it already. So look, I finished a piece. All right. I feel like just doing easy stitching. Let's do some easy stitching. I've been working on the Animal House, because yes, I'm still on part 1 and 2, and part 5 just got released today, so I'm really far behind now. And I've been working on this one when I've just wanted to do easy cross stitching, because I've been trying to catch up, and like I'm getting there. I'm on the second last color, which is this lighter green in here, and there's not a ton of it, and I can't use this with it because it just flops. So that can go over there, go over there. Okay, so I can either do that, or I can work on Pretty Little LA. That one I can use the desk stand for, but I haven't done a lot of work on this one, and I'm kind of thinking, which is a really weird way of thinking about it, I kind of want to work on this one so that I've got a little bit more to show with my floss tube this fortnight. Hi, Kate. Loved the flowers on the last one you just took off. I finished New York last night. Nice. Just started Sydney. I'll show you this again. So I was gonna add extra to it. I started doing some French knots. Like it was gonna be around the flowers, but I cut them out because I think it looked ugly. So I'm gonna leave this as is. So I finished a piece, and yeah, now I'm tossing up between these two. I'd really like to get part 1 and 2 finished, so I'm gonna do this one, and then if I do finish part 1 and 2 tonight on this, I will then move on to this. There's a plan. So first, the most important thing is to change my picture. So I'm doing this live. I try not to usually. It likes to sort of snap. It snaps to other elements, which is kind of annoying. So anyway, so let's do that. Put that all over there, and then oh yeah, I have this tiny little bit left of green. Fuck it, I'm just gonna chuck that. That's not. That is unlike me. That just tells you like how tired I am. Honestly, my legs are sore. And like the back of my head too, which is odd. Anyway, let's get some more green. I was just going to suggest exactly that. Nice. There. I just put the floss in my mouth. Alright, we got this huge cut of thread. I want to do a loop start because I love me a good loop start. So, update, Mum. Whoa. Ignore that. That's not the update. Update. The girls are very excited about the end of July when you and Howard are coming. Charlie keeps asking if it's the end of July already. I'm just like, no. Have we had my birthday yet? She's like, yeah. No. Mummy's birthday is before that happens. Okay, get into position. Oop, wrong way. And I've got a drink here. I need to move that before I knock it over. Oh, I realized I missed a stitch while I was doing this. You can see this. Maybe it'll zoom in or zoom. This one here. Oh, there we go. It's supposed to be this all the way down here. So I have to go back. She's frequently asking me if it's July. Oh, yeah, she's been before we knew that you were coming in July. She just keeps talking about July. I don't know. She must have known before even you knew that it was happening. So before you came on, I was updating about my foot. So we have bad news and we have bad news. The bad news is I have a new moon boot, which actually you probably saw on Facebook because I posted it on. Did I post it on Facebook? I think I did. Yeah, I have a new moon boot that goes up to like halfway up my shin, so it's a lot easier to walk in. And it's kind of one of those I can wear it when I want to situations. It's purely just to alleviate some pain that I have on a daily basis. I have to book an MRI tomorrow. I couldn't do it today because they only sent across the referral today. And yeah, they said don't bother calling today, do it tomorrow. So I have to do that. and it's most likely, depending on what they see, but most likely based on my doctor and his knowledge of feet, that I will need surgery, which then leads to the bad news of being in the boot again, and hopefully not losing any momentum when it comes to martial arts, which, like, I'm enjoying martial arts, but when I'm there, I'm just like, is it done yet? Oh my god. uh, so yeah, that. But one thing I'm really enjoying about martial arts is having a little bit of a community, which is not something I'm used to. Uh, Going to the Thursday classes has been really nice to get to know some other mums who their kids are. One of the mums has kids. Her youngest is a teenager, like early teenager, but two others have kids that are like older elementary. So, but they all go to Cascade because that's closer uh, than where the girls go. But that's okay. Um, yeah, but that's been nice. Strange, but nice. Hopefully, it will lead to a better result after surgery. Yeah, well, with the way that my toe is now, it it couldn't make it any worse, honestly. I can't bend my big toe. Like I can usually normally do that. Anyway, I can normally do that with my toe. I can still do it with my right foot. So the joint here, I can go like this with my toe, but my left toe just goes like this, and it's only gotten stiffer and just more rigid over time, over the last 7.5 months. So the surgery, from what I was told, should fix the issue, but it will fix it in a way that it will literally not go like that ever again. So, yeah, which really blows, but you don't really bend your toe like that for a lot of stuff. That's kind of what I'm telling myself, at least. But I also have this new brace that I got from the doctor today too, because I brought up the fact that I've been doing martial arts, and um, I said, is this something that I should stop? Like, obviously, it would help to rest and all of that, but in the long run, is it really going to do that much damage if I continue? And he said no, because it's not broken still, it's just becoming arthritic. Which is like, oh god, that just makes me sound older than I feel. So yeah, I have this brace that's normally for what's called turf toe, which is when you hyperflex. So if this is, how do I do it? So if this is your foot and this is your big toe, your thumb's your big toe. Turf toe is when you've like bent the toe back too far and the ligament here snaps. And so, like, I haven't done that, I assume. I haven't done anything like that, but the healing process is very similar. So yeah, I have this brace that is usually for turf toe, but it gives me a little bit more stability when I don't have the ability to wear the boot, which is martial arts. And yeah, I tried it out today, and it didn't hinder me at all. The only thing that hindered me was the fact that my toe started hurting, but not because of the brace. It was because the uh, the form we're in right now is all about kicks. So Yeah, that's true. Really, you need to be comfortable on a day-to-day basis. Yeah, exactly. And he asked me what's out of a scale of 1 to 10, what's your daily pain number? And I was like, it's not that high. It's like a 3, maybe a 4 some days, but it is all day. So it's like it's uncomfortable, but it's constant. And yeah, that's not what we want. So yeah, trying really hard not to move the Q snap, but it's just super heavy. I need like something to put it down on this corner up here. Mm, but yeah, that kind of works. It's my quart jar. No, it's a little bit too short. Honestly, the can of drink that I have is pretty perfect, but I am not risking that. It's funny. There's this woman who her 2 kids do the same class as my 2 kids at martial arts. So, and her kids are new. They're both white belts, so they haven't been coming very long. But she sat next to me on the first class that they came to, and we just struck up a conversation because she was just like, I don't understand what's going on. So I tried to help her out because I'm kind of also like, I don't understand what's going on at the time. Anyway, uh, and yeah, so we usually try and sit next to each other on Mondays and Wednesdays. And so she sees me stitching a lot of the time, and I brought this in on Wednesday, and she's like, "That's something new. Does that mean you gave you gave this piece as the gift?" So that was cute. And I'm wearing a t-shirt that I don't know if I can make it so you can see it really. It looks like it's back to front. It is. Okay, so it says chain stitch, French knots, satin stitch, lazy daisies, back stitch. And I went and we bought dinner tonight, and I went and picked it up wearing this top, which actually has nectarine juice dripped on it, which is a good look. Anyway, um, and the dude at the ramen place was like, "Is that crochet?" And I'm like, "No, it's embroidery." But kudos to you for trying. And kudos for not just assuming knitting as well, because so many people just use all those kind of uh, hand created stuff as knitting as an umbrella term. Shout out to Heather at Mun's Made for the t-shirt. I've been I've been trying to get more like stitchy related clothing. I don't really know why. I want to make my own t-shirt so that one that has 2 little kits on it. Chain stitch is, so that's the start. Well, so is the lazy daisy. Oh, chain stitch with crochet, yeah. Yeah. And it starts with chain stitch. Charlie's cute. Whenever I put this t-shirt on, she's always like, "What does it say?" She's very curious about my t-shirts actually, now that I think about it. And her favorite is my Bluey t-shirt that has Bluey's mum on it, which is Chili, and it says "Mum" at the top. So, because she loves it so much, I wore it to the birthday party. It's starting to fade. I've been wearing it that much. But she loves it. Every time I wear it, she's always so excited. It's very adorable. Alright, we have a potted plant. Skizzers. Teaching her to spell mum right. Yep, exactly. It's it's so weird. Like with Alex, because Alex is like really good at spelling and reading, like especially reading. Um, but with spelling, she's like pretty confident about trying, uh, like figuring out how to spell stuff. And I mean, like she gets it wrong most of the time, but because she spells it phonetically. But I'm still super proud of the fact that she's trying. What did she write? She wrote like shadow or something, and it was like way off. But I could read it because I understood that what she was trying to write, because saying it aloud I could figure it out. Anyway, with Alex, it's interesting because whenever she talks to me, she calls me mum, but whenever she writes something or talks about someone else's mum, she always says mom. It's very, very interesting, in my opinion. And I will take whatever I can get when it comes to being called mum. Oh, thank you, phone. Apparently it's 9 o'clock. Actually, no, when she's writing, like if she's writing to me on on the messenger, the kids messenger thing, she writes mum, actually, now that I think about it. Or sometimes when she talks about you to me, it's mom. Okay, fair enough. Well, yeah, whenever she talks to me, she calls me mum. Oh, holding it in the wrong spot. Actually, I'm going to move the camera because I do want to hold it here, and I can go like that. You can just see it, but that's okay. Like, I mean, in here, you can just see it. Hard work being a mum, but so amazing too. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And it's summer holidays. They've been home all day for 2 days already. Today was a crazy day as well. Shout out to Josh for working all day really hard and taking care of them on and off all day, because I had a doctor's appointment, the foot doctor, this morning, and that isn't close. It's like 15-20 minute drive away, um, each direction as well. I had martial arts for an hour. I had an appointment for 45 minutes where I needed to ideally not be interrupted, and I wasn't, to be clear. And I needed to tidy up the house because we had cleaners coming today. We didn't know when, which really frustrates me actually about the cleaners that we have. Um, and oh my god, yesterday all day was spent picking up the house, like tidying it, ready for the cleaners to come and clean it, because there was shit everywhere. Because of the birthdays and then the birthday party and the aftermath of the birthday party, I just had no chance over the last like 2 to 3 weeks to clean up the house. And every time I started to, the girls would just undo it behind me. So yesterday it was, all right, girls, this is your mess. I am going to help you, but you guys are fucking picking up your shit, or I'm putting it away and you won't see it for a week. And it took all day. And we weren't even done. Totally love her accent. I don't even hear it. It's interesting. Like, I know she's got an accent, and then I know it's a strange one because it's a mix of American and Australian, but I don't even hear it anymore. And like to me, Charlie just doesn't have an accent at all. I hear Josh. I hear Josh's changing though, because he deliberately has been changing the way he speaks so that he is more understood with work. Like he hits those hard R's a lot now, and it takes a lot for me to not laugh at him, to be honest. Do that trick I used to do with you guys, toys. Yeah, exactly. The big box up high where you can see the box, but you can't reach the box. Yep. No, this summer we are going to be, not this week. I'm going to start it next week probably, or maybe the weekend. I'm not sure which. Um, but I am starting a new rule which is gonna like suck in the evenings for me, but hopefully it'll get the picture through pretty quickly that anything that is left around the house that shouldn't be left around the house is going to get put in a box. They can't have it for the next day. If it's left out once they're in bed, I'm putting it away. They don't get access to it the next day. I don't hear it with Josh, but I can get it with Charlie now again. Okay. What's my green? You'll probably hear it when you're here, honestly. Because it doesn't hit very often, but with certain words, he just sounds really strange. I think I'm starting to hit weird sounds as well. And I didn't know what to expect when we moved here, and then sort of we realized that we weren't leaving here. But people keep saying things to me like, "Oh, you've been here this long and you still sound Australian." Like, I guess I didn't I didn't expect to ever lose my accent, but because people have been saying that, I'm like surprised. Because that's somewhere you've been picking up for years, exactly. And it's just for both of them, it's so they just don't understand that it doesn't just magically get cleaned up. Like the other week, um, more like weeks now. It would have been like a month ago, I guess. But the girls came home from school on Monday, so they'd been home all weekend, and it was Monday, and that was kind of always my like reset day where I would pick up the house after the weekend's chaos. So they've come home Monday, and it's always like a we have that transition between after school to martial arts where it's like they can chill to decompress a little bit, but they need to have some food, some water, go to the toilet, get changed. Like that's the deal. And but they've come home, and this Monday in particular, there was a lot to pick up on from the weekend in the living room. The living room was just like a bomb, and I really needed to vacuum, so like I had to get it all up off the floor. So I come home, and Alex is like, "The place is so clean. Like this never happens." I'm just like, "Are you fucking serious, child? Like, yes, it's clean, but this happens all the fucking time." She got a stern talking to about that. Like, what do you think I do all day? I don't know. Like, how do you think like the house get runs? Like, a couple of people I've shown a video to say you have an accent now, but I don't hear it to be honest. Okay, I wonder how. I don't sound American. Like around, like when I'm around people, I definitely don't sound American at all. But I do feel like I've noticed that I trip on words because the way I've said it sounds wrong in my head. Does that make sense? It's more like a mental trip. Like, did I sound like that? Kind of thing. Come on. That reminds me, I need to place an order on 123 Stitch because I've got like a running shopping cart on that store, and one of the things that I want to get is these scissors that aren't scissors but they look like scissors, and they have like instead of the cutting bits, it's got these two like grippy things that are designed purely to grab a needle and pull it. I gotta take my pills. I've definitely changed some of my wording for things that I would normally say. My little sip thing is empty, so I brought this upstairs. I know it's caffeinated, but it doesn't keep me up. It's like no caffeine in it at all. Plus, fun fact, which you might be interested in, Mum. For people who have ADHD, caffeine, a lot of the time, can actually work as a sedative. So yeah, fun fact. That's better. It's got flavour. You changed some word. Yeah, that's what I just read. Ow. There are some things that I kind of refuse to change how I say. Like I refuse to call them peppers. I will still call them capsicums. Um, which is kind of funny. Like I don't know how it ever comes up in conversation, but whenever I tell someone that it's a capsicum to me, they're always like, "What? What the hell is that word?" No, I had to learn that capsicum is a French word, uh, and obviously Australians kind of like picked and chose their words from a lot of different languages. But yeah, when someone asked me like, "What the hell?" I looked it up. What's another word? I still say bin, but I always will try and change it to trash when I'm just talking to someone else that isn't part of the family. Because it's just that one's been an easy change. Um, hmm. I mean, there's like pronunciation stuff as well. Like I still call it oregano, not oregano, and aluminium, not aluminum. Uh, but Washington it has a little bit of a different accent than California. Zucchini, is that what? What's zucchini? Well, how do Americans say zucchini? I don't think I've ever heard an American say zucchini. I'm looking it up. Pronunciation. Google is super helpful. How do they say it? Yeah, that's British pronunciation. Okay, American. This is the same. Oh, one thing that has always fascinated me is how Americans have so many different ways of pronouncing Worcestershire sauce. Some places it's called a courgette. Oh yeah. Oh no, they call it a zucchini squash here because it's part of the squash family. So they lump it in with like some pumpkins and stuff. So yeah, they call it a zucchini squash here, and they call um a lot of sweet potatoes yams. That one's confused me because I thought they were different vegetables. And oh yeah, and green onions. They call them shit. They call them scallions, I think. Spring onions. Sorry, they call them spring onions here. Yeah. They're also called scallions, but they call them spring onions, yeah. Which that one always trips me up. As I just demonstrated. It's but yeah, with a lot of stuff, it also depends on where you are in America. I think these little missing stitches are this color green too, actually. Yes, I've got lots of uh oh shit, what's the word called? I don't remember what it's called. I have lots of confetti stitches. That's the one of this color in particular. There's these ones really aren't confetti stitches because there's four next to each other, but there's all of these in the tail of the peacock too. And then after this is a white, and then this one's all done. The white is most of the zebra, the face of the line. Oh no, there's not done because there's back stitching. It's a little bit of back stitching. There's the sides of the door here, this little bit here, and that is all of the white. I have to fix that one little missing stitch. And the peacock has feet and little like lines to go to its little like decorative head feather things. The zebra has some lines for its face and all along its mane. The lion has lines on its face, and I think that's all of the back stitching. I can't wait to do part 3 and 4 because it has more animals. And I saw part 5, and it's like a so the part 2 and 3 is like a flat layer because it's another story of the house, but 5 and 6 is the top of the house, and 5 is like not here but like up here, and it looks like the top of a castle kind of thing, and it has a giraffe coming out of one window and like sitting in front of another window. It's kind of cool. Yeah, in 2 weeks we'll get the last one. Still been brainstorming what I want to do for a cross stitch along. Because I don't, I'd rather not do lots of words. I would want to keep it mostly backstitching, and a lot of the ideas I've had are a lot of wordings. Can't wait to see the finished result. It's looking fun. It's very colourful. It's definitely not something I would stitch like if I saw the whole pattern as one piece because it's very bright. I'm hoping that it will look cooler with all of the pieces together. Yes, thank you, watch. I took it. Thank you. Um, but when I'm thinking about it in the stitching aspect of it with all the different colors, that's fun. So it's probably not a piece I will be in a rush to hang up anywhere. And if I do, it'll be like for the kids or something. Mostly back stitching. Yeah, I don't want to just stitch along. That's mostly back stitch. Little bit of back stitch is okay. Oh, it's starting to hurt my left wrist. Oh, you know what I need to do? I'm going to send you a photo of your youngest granddaughter and her crazy front teeth that will never fall out. Oh my god. Oh, I just saw the picture you sent me like yesterday. I saw that one come up in my Google Photos. I told her to do the cheesiest smile so you could see it. You can't even really see it properly. But I was helping, we help brush their teeth after they've had a turn. And I was helping Alex tonight. And I'm brushing her front teeth, and the one on the left at the front is just like the toothbrush. It changed, like it lost attachment, like a lot of attachment yesterday. And Josh and I were certain she was going to wake up having swallowed it in her sleep. But nope, still there today. But I have been, or both of us have been priming her that the tooth fairy doesn't come if it happens during the night. The tooth fairy only comes if it's come out before you go to bed. They look so ready. Yes, you can almost see the new ones trying to push them out. Yeah, pretty much. We've been like gently suggesting to her that she just like tap it with her fingers. There's no way she or her letting us just go boop. So we're not pushing that. But seriously, if she just like gently tugged on it, it would come out. But yeah, we've been suggesting that she just give it a little bit extra wobbling with her finger, and that she probably wouldn't even realize that it falls out until there's no tooth there to wobble anymore. But yeah, it'll happen. Her teeth are definitely made room for her front teeth, her adult front teeth. It's freaky, I know. Did I ever show you Charlie's wraparound head x-ray? You can see all of her teeth that are laying in wait, ready to come out. I could probably dig it up. It's pretty old. It was done ages ago. She did so well. I was so impressed. Because that child, and trying to get her to stay still, it's like impossible. But she stayed still the entire time it rotated. I was very impressed. So was the dentist and the nurse. But yeah, that kid is going to need braces in her future. You'll be able to see when you come. Because it's not really something you can tell on a video, I'd suspect. And you can't really take a photo of it either. Okay. We have 2 potted plants. I don't think I'm going to finish this in time to work on the other one, but that's okay. So we're going to use this little bit that I've got left over to do these flower middles. I might grab the bit that I chucked earlier for the other flower, depending on how much I've got left of this one. I'm always impressed when I poke the needle through just as like holding it in place somewhere to flip it over my work, and it's the right hole that I put it into. Poor kid, not like she hasn't got it. I know, right? So she's got a dentist appointment on Wednesday, I think it is. It's next week sometime. And where it's an attempt to do another cleaning, but it's also to see how much she can handle and for how long she can handle sitting still for, so that we can see sort of gauge how much work we could do on her teeth, with the hope, but kind of one of those fingers crossed but don't expect great results, that she may not need to get put under to get a bunch of dental work done, because she does need a filling as well, which is great. I'm not surprised. She does, for a long time she didn't let us brush her teeth, and she does a really bad job at doing it herself. But she's a big girl. Blah blah blah. There we go. Yeah, she needs a filling and she needs some seals done, I think, on some of her baby teeth. But yeah, Alex was getting to a point where she'd need some work done as well. But when it comes to her and dental work, oh, my head was in front. Sorry. When it comes to her and some dental work, when there's a couple of things that need to be done, that's when we'll put her under. We won't even like try to get her to sit in the chair. Oh, and I didn't tell you, poor Alex has been dealing with conjunctivitis. She missed her last day of kindergarten because her eyes were all crusty. She couldn't open them when she woke up at like 3:30 in the morning on Tuesday morning. And so she started screaming. She's understandable. Yeah, I wouldn't be very happy about that too. And she's not had a frame of reference for that kind of thing happening. But yeah, as soon as I picked her up from school, she told me that she'd gotten something in her eye, and that's why her eye was red. But I was like, yeah, but I don't know. You've got yellow eye goobies going on. Like, she was fine when I dropped her off at school, and I didn't get a call from the nurse or anything, so I don't feel too bad about the fact that she went to school on Monday. But yeah, when I picked her up on Monday, I was like, I don't think you're going to school tomorrow. Lo and behold, she didn't go to school on Tuesday. She was pretty devastated. She hadn't missed any days of school, and then she misses the last day, which was only 3 hours, and it was basically all fun and games. Yeah. She got to join a Zoom call to say hello, at least, within the last hour of the day, because another one of her classmates also had to miss school on Tuesday, and her first kindergarten teacher had come to visit, so like it was extra sad. So she got to say hello. She didn't, but she got to. She was too shy. Oh, heads up, she is gonna be too shy to talk to you for at least a little bit when you guys come, because that's her MO at the moment. even with something she's super excited about, when it happens, she's just shuts down and tells us all that she's feeling a little shy. But she'll get there. It might not even happen, but yeah. I was expecting the shy thing, seeing that already, yeah. So yeah, she got to join the Zoom call on Tuesday, but we had to have the camera off and the microphone muted, and I had to reassure her many times that they could not hear or see her. So she was allowed to sit in front of my computer, so that she could see what was going on. She got there eventually, but yeah. Could tell that it just ticked over to 9:30 because my background's changed. I have just random pretty pictures selected for my computer desktop, and it rotates every half hour of what the background picture is. So it actually is quite helpful when I'm having trouble keeping track of time, because I see the background change, and it makes me like check the time to see what is going on. Charlie will probably do the shy thing too, actually. Whenever Ellie comes over, she is super excited, but then as soon as the doorbell rings, she runs and hides under the dining table. It's partially because she's being silly. Oh, I'm not holding that very well. Yeah, partially because she's being silly and cheeky, but also because she just needs a second to like prepare herself. Like it's actually happening. We have a visitor. Oh, these peacock tail eyes look so much better with some green. Teal, I guess. Oh, I haven't checked the mail today, and maybe yesterday. Definitely not today. Alex is looking forward to getting her birthday card. No worries, reckon I can give you and Josh some hug first. Yeah. Hopefully, before you guys come, we will be getting me a new car. And it will be a minivan, so I'll be able to drive more than just one extra passenger and children. It has a unicorn on it. Ah, the card. That took me a second. Yes, she will love it. She loves unicorns. I splurged and got the three of us coloring books. So at some point, the plan is to trundle outside with some pencils and stuff, and the three of us are just going to do some coloring, just like low key, but spend some time outside style. And I got Alex caticorns, so cat unicorns. She thinks it's the best ever. I got Charlie, True in the Rainbow Kingdom. She thinks it's the best ever. I got myself just like inspirational quotes or something with like cool decoration stuff. I don't even really remember. I wanted to get snarky swear words and stuff, but I thought better of that. Probably not the best idea. Nice idea, like me a good coloring book. I haven't done a coloring book in ages, and Josh got me these for Christmas, I think. So they're like super high quality markers. I will not be sharing these with the girls, to be clear, because they're very expensive as well. And I still haven't had a chance to use them. So yeah, my plan is I'll be using these because they blend nicely. They're like, God, I can't remember. It's like alcohol based or something. So they just, yeah, they blend nice if you color over the top of a color with something else. And they're also double ended. So one side is a brush and the other side is a chisel end. If that makes sense. Yeah. So I'll be using those. And they're cool because once you buy the pen, you can actually buy refills, and that's much cheaper than buying the new another pen once it's empty. Yeah, each one of those, there's like hundreds of colors of that brand, and each pen is like $2.50 or something, which, you know, when you're trying to collect all of the colors, that adds up pretty quick. Actually, it's probably even more than that. I'm curious now. Oof. I don't have the big chunky ones. But the big chunky ones, which are more like an oblong shape, so kind of, you know, like that. These ones are rounded. Those big ones are almost $6 each. I've got the Chow ones. It's a Copic Chow, which doesn't look like you can buy them individually. But a 6-pack of primary colors is $23. Oh, there's an individual one, $3.90 for one. Ooh, it's a pretty set. It's like a pastel. Oh, go away, stupid thing. Yeah, I'm just shopping. Oh no, I'm not sharing them for the kids at all. They will be using pencils and their own markers that they refuse to remember to put the lids back on. I am getting distracted. I will close that. Okay. Want to at least finish the green. It is warm. Oh, I was talking about the fact that this weekend is going to be a heat wave, which is, as an Australian, oh, I'm not setting that up very well. As an Australian, it's hilarious. It is going to top out on Sunday at 33 degrees, which I will point out, like, that is hot for Washington standards, but it's just funny that Google's been telling me it's a heat wave. So yeah, it's going to be warm this weekend, and I will also fully call myself out of the fact that I have gotten very used to not having to deal with warm weather all the time. So today it hit a top of 22 and I'm so warm today. It doesn't help that it's been really humid because we've had a lot of rain. Explain to me again why we are coming in summer. No, 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 no. Yes, you are coming in summer, but end of July, Washington cools down. So don't worry. You'll be fine. Plus, we have AC in our house. Oh, this tail looks so cute. And now that those little white squares are filled in, you can see the little head feather tips so much better. But yes, you will want to bring warm weather clothes, but you will also definitely want to be bringing a raincoat. And that is not the right hole. Oh my gosh, I haven't done that in a long time. Where did I just go in? There, okay. That's embarrassing. I was about to do the cross the wrong way around. I haven't done that in a long time. Yeah, you might want to also bring some shoes that are friendly for the rain too. Because even though we had a crazy drought-inducing summer last year, everyone was telling me that it was absolutely not what happens in Washington. It has not ever happened that Washington would ever go 60 days straight without rain. So we have to assume that it is very unlikely it'll happen again. But yes, global warming is a thing. So we can't guarantee it. But yeah. Love my new boots. Nice. I got a great pair of boots from Costco. They were super cheap. They were like $20, and they're super comfortable, and they're slip-on, and they were rain boots. And I wore the shit out of the right boot because it was like my go-to shoe while I had the um the moon boot on my other foot because it was just easy to just stick my shoe in and just slip and it would fit and everything would be fine because bending over with the moon boot was not fun. And then I got out of the moon boot and that was great and I could wear both shoes and I noticed like, oh, the sole of the right foot's a little bit more worn in the left foot, but it wasn't uncomfortable. It was just more of an interesting tidbit. And then like a week later, the left boot, the one I hadn't been wearing for over 2 months, got a big crack in the top of it. So it's got like this triangle shape of just this flap of rubber. So they're not waterproof anymore. They're still really comfortable. I still wear them because they're so easy to get on. But it just was so random. I don't even know how it happened. But yeah, I was pretty shattered. And of course, by then, the boots that I had gotten from Costco were no longer in stock because they'd run their course. So I couldn't just go and buy a new pair. So that's my boot story. I did get some Doc Martens though. Finally. I've always wanted a pair of Doc Martens. I just Hate that I have to lace them up. Oh, come on, Streamlabs. How dare it? There we go. Trying to be helpful. Not helpful. I don't care about swearing. Or at least not swearing. I think this is the last bit of green. These 2 steps. And then I can move on to white. But yeah, anyway. So I'm warm. I'm actually in shorts for the first time in God knows how long. Almost a year. Probably. Because I switch back to jeans as soon as I feel comfortable. Because I don't. I live in jeans. Like, I just wear them all the time. But yeah, with running around all over the place and martial arts and tidying up the house for a day and a half straight, I came back from martial arts and instead of putting my jeans back on, I'm like, nah, it's time for some shorts. Sent you a photo of my pre-boots. I did see something pop up on my phone, but I wasn't paying attention because it's usually just trying to get me to be distracted. So I'll bring it up, Messenger up on my computer. Ooh. They're very comfy. They look like gardening boots. Or at least good boots for gardening in. I need something to just lean it on slightly. What about... Oh, bonk. Sorry about that. What about this? I'll move that. Move that there. That's a little bit better. Just trying to hold the whole weight of the Q snap on a couple of fingers, and it's just not very comfortable. They're anything boots. Yep, gardening, walking the dog, shopping, trekking in the wet, whatever. Nice. Yeah, that's kind of what my black boots that now have a big triangle cut in them are like. But now that the weather is starting to warm up, I have been trying to figure out different boots to wear or different shoes because my love for Tom's flats has kind of been put on an abrupt halt because they're a bit too tight over my busted toe. So they're fine on my right foot, and they're too flat for me to wear one of them with the moon boot. So I can't do that. And that was the other great thing with these black Costco boots. They were a great height to match the moon boot height. But I have these slip-on like memory foam sandals that I got to as like an anything shoe, but also with the intent to wear them to martial arts because we got to take our shoes and socks off straight away when we get there. And well, when you're doing martial arts, if I'm taking the girls, I don't have to wear them. But I didn't have anything that could just easily like kick off and slip back on when I'm done. So I got them, and they're a good height, I've discovered today, to match the moon boot. Do you need something open toe? No, I prefer to have closed toe because the toenail of my broken toe is not great to look at. So I've been trying to just like cover it up, hide it, and try not to draw attention to it, really. It's not a good look. I forgot to put something on it to cover it today, and I got a lot of questions. Also, because the brace that I had on was making it pretty obvious too. I got a martial arts t-shirt today, like a DMW t-shirt, which is pretty sweet. Because oh my gosh, the full uniform during summer in a place where everyone gets hot and sweaty, it's only gonna get worse. So I grabbed a t-shirt today. I still have to wear the same pants, which sucks, but at least they're a lot more tolerable. The top just like clings to me. And it likes to roll down, like the front of it comes up and so the back like rolls down my back. And so I'm all class, I'm just like, the whole time. But yeah, sitting here with that ring light over there, that's the main culprit. But I've also got a lamp up there. And like I said at the start of the stream, I turned the room light off because I realized that the room light was causing a bunch of shadows to be cast because of the tripods up there. But yeah, just two lights in here and it's warm. I should open the window. It's probably cooled down now outside. Hopefully there's a bit of a breeze. Ooh, there is. Oh, that was a good idea. Nice. I discovered a nice spot to wait when it was my turn at martial arts today. It was right in front of the one of the open doors of the studio. Just like, nice breeze. I just thought of something that I need to try and capture on video and send to you, Mum. Charlie loves martial arts. So this is the backstory to it. Charlie loves the idea of martial arts, but being there during class is very overwhelming for her. So when she's at the class, a lot of the time she needs to come off the mat and just sit with me for 10 seconds or something just to sort of get her bearings again. And we're trying to work on her with that and blah 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 because she needs to practice not coming off the mat during class if she wants to succeed in belt testing. Anyway, when she's not at martial arts, and especially while she's been at school, she raves about it. So much to the point that on Mondays and Wednesdays, every day at school, they would set up her schedule for what's going to happen at school. And she insisted that her teachers add martial arts so that she could add it to her schedule for Mondays and Wednesdays, even though it's not during school time. Anyway, the last like week or so, she'll come up to us and she'll be like, watch. So it's like, okay. And then she'll take a couple of steps back and she'll go like this. Because this is how she holds her hands up. It's supposed to be, like this, but she goes like this. And that's a good start, so we're not correcting that. She goes like this, and then they teach the form, which is like kind of like a dance, but martial arts style. So it's like they do you do this kick and then this kick, and then you might like turn and do the same thing down the other way, and it's like a pattern, so you have to do that, and that's your form. Like you follow it and show you're demonstrating how well you do these certain kicks. Anyway, so when they teach the kids so that they get the right footing, they the instructors always say, all right, tap your back leg, or tap your front leg, or whatever it is. So she goes like this and she taps, and then she does a kick with that leg. It is so cute, and I will get a video. She set her Kindle up the other day and stepped back to show me. Oh, that's so cute. They actually on Monday they uh, had an extra student instructor. So there's always, so part of like working towards your black belt, you need to um, log X amount of hours or something, helping out with classes. And there's lots of class times. I'm trying to get my camera to focus. Sorry. Come on. What are you doing, camera? Is it too close? Okay, it was too close. Anyway, so you have to log X amount of hours helping out. You don't have to teach a class. You just got to be there and following instructions from the instructor. Like if you're asked to go get some paddles, or if you're running a line of kids to each have their turn at trying the kick or whatever it is. And they actually had, I think, one extra person, so they put her with just Charlie on Monday. And I was just like, oh my gosh, yes. Because what Charlie needs is one person dedicated to just helping her. Not the tap kick. She showed me the punch and yell. Nice. Yeah, they both girls love going, hey, yeah. They're really all about encouraging the kids to do that, because it obviously helps just sort of get some screams out, some fun, helpful screams. Because part of doing it properly as well is what is called key up. Is so part of it is doing a key up at the right time as well. Watching the girls for 2 months before me starting was very helpful. Also, apparently, doing taekwondo, even though it was like a million years ago, I impress all the black belts and the what's called a bodan, which is the belt before a black belt in this place, which is a red and black striped belt. I impress them with my white beltedness. Like, I'm not great, but apparently for a white belt, I'm not bad. So that's nice. Oh, I am so glad I opened that window. It is such a nice breeze, and it's cold. Apparently it's 14 outside now. Brain just went through a bunch of random thoughts, all unrelated from the next, and just I just realized that there's a show on Netflix that I've been really enjoying that has had 2 seasons. Oh my gosh, I can't remember. It's either 2 or 3. Okay, so yeah, they've had 2 seasons, and the third season just came out, I think today. So I'll be trying to watch that. Normally, when I want to watch something that is not kid friendly, which is most of the things I want to watch, I've realized over the last like year, I will download it onto my phone with the Netflix app or whichever streaming service it's on. I'll download episodes and watch it when I'm in the car. Which is during normal school times, I'm sitting in my car for more than 5.5 hours a week. But now that school's out, it's quite a bit less than that. Do you think in miles or kilometers? No, I do not understand. That's more things that I will refuse to convert. I will never understand miles. I will never understand Fahrenheit. I will never understand ounces and inches and all that bullshit. Our scale is in kilograms. Like our bathroom scale is in kilograms. My computer is in Celsius. My car's in miles, but that's because whenever I've had to quote what my odometer is, it always has to be in miles. It's just easier to keep that in there, and I don't really care about like how many kilometers I've done on a gas tank. I just take note of, is it about the same as what it usually is? And of course the speed, like the speed odometer, whatever it's called, the thing that tells you how fast you're going in the car, that has to be in miles because it matches what the roads tell me. But like my phone, Google Maps, I have it set up as kilometers because I can judge when it tells me in 500 meters turn right or whatever. I'm like, okay, I know how far away that is. But if it tells me in 500 feet, I'm like, what the fuck is that? You know. I still don't understand the names of the coins. I know that a quarter is 25 cents because that's obvious, and a penny is 1 cent, but I can't remember which one's a dime and which one's a nickel. All I remember is that it goes small, big, slightly smaller, bigger. Like that's all I remember. And that it goes 1 cent, 5 cents, 10 cents, 25 cents. I think a dime is 10 cents. I think. I don't know. But yeah, like these circle bottles that I drink, they're all in ounces. And I have no idea how much that is. I do know that it's 32 ounces, but I don't fucking know how much that is in milliliters. So yeah, I'm stubborn is the crux of that story. So it's probably not, I mean, and the lid's on tight, but it's probably not the best thing for me to be resting my work on. I'm using a nail polish remover bottle, but it's a good height and it's got like a decent flat top to it. So, yeah. 946, so your bottle is nearly a liter. Yeah, I figured it was almost a liter just based on the visual size of it. The other one I have, that has a blue lid. So this is my purple lid. Purple lid has more in it as a bigger bottle. Blue lid is like their normal size bottle, which I think is roughly 750 milliliters, but it's 22 ounces. Josh has a bottle that's enormous. That actually it looks enormous, but I think it's about the same as that. I think it's also 32 ounces. And I don't know what size the girls' ones are. They're just smaller. But yeah, when I have appreciated that whenever I go to take the girls to the doctor, um, they weigh and measure them in correct terminology. So like, I took Alex to urgent care on Tuesday when I didn't take her to school because I was just making sure that she didn't have anything that was going to destroy her eyes, and if there was anything we could do, which there is. We got some drops that she absolutely hates taking. Um, yeah, but some drops to just like clear out her eyes and help her make sure she doesn't get a cut on her eyeball or something. But yeah, when I took her there, they wanted to weigh her, and I remembered because I've been to this urgent care so many times, not for myself ever, but for the rest of my family I've taken there. I remember they uh, took measurements in kilograms, and I'm like, she just weighed herself this morning. I wonder how much her clothes weigh. Apparently, it was 0.05 of a kilogram because she was only that much extra. I'm not sure I believe that because I'd say that she lost a little bit of weight because she didn't really eat anything. My children survive off air and water and popcorn when I let them, and M&Ms. My God, their favorite treat is microwave popcorn, which I know you'll love to hear that. Microwave popcorn and M&Ms together. You got to put them in the same bowl, and you have to put the M&Ms on the bottom underneath the popcorn. That is their absolute favorite treat. If we ever want to just like get them to shut up for 5 minutes, we just give them that. Now try not to do it too often. Some days I'm just like, I want some popcorn, and I can't have it without giving some of it to them. So yeah. And then some days I get one of them come up to me and ask me so sweetly, and they've been, behaving really nicely, and I remember what it's like when I asked for something that was an occasional thing and you said yes, and how great it felt. So yeah, sometimes they'll come up and ask and I'll be like, sure. That always makes them happy. I cut myself off. I was saying I want some more water. I also have this to be able to fill up my water bottle because I really, really don't enjoy plain water. And since I've had these circle bottles, like that's just sort of become tenfold. I will drink it if it's like the only thing available, if I haven't brought one of my water bottles or something, but I will not enjoy it. So, yeah. Now I have more water. Let's put that down sideways. Right, there we go. um. Oh, it's so strange. Like, I understand why. I think it was Josh pointed it out to me. Someone did. But oh, it's strange, but not strange. Like I said, that even though with martial arts I'm focusing on kicking and moving my hips the right way and my non-kicking foot the right way and all of that, that the thing that hurts the most is my shoulders. It's just, it's weird. I had to actually put a lidocaine patch over my sort of my collarbone area, over my shoulder as well, after Monday's class. So on Tuesday, because I just was in a lot of pain. It was not fun. I'm super glad that I decided to pick the 2 days that I did for classes and could make it work, of course, because it gives me 2 days and 3 days in between the two classes, depending on which one you're talking about, to regain strength and get rid of pain. Ugh. If it wasn't for the Thursday class, and just, I guess, the adults that are in the Monday class as well, if it wasn't for them, I don't know how long I would last, honestly. Teenagers are not bad in the Monday class. Oh, and the instructors too, actually. They're super supportive as well. Because I've got two different instructors for each class. One of them does the evening classes, which is the one I have on Monday, and then I have the same instructor that the girls have on their two classes for the Thursday class. But yeah, if it was all on me, like I'm just thinking about this now, if it was all on me to stay motivated and stay uh, optimistic and not just like quit because it hurts, it's a lot of it is boiled down to people telling me that I'm not terrible and that they sucked as white belts and like one of the women that's in the Thursday class was saying like the hardest belt is your white belt. It's the scariest belt, it's the hardest belt, but it's the one that helps you get through to all of the other colors. Oh, wonder if that made a noise through their microphone. Another cool thing was I have been invited to like a martial arts family party thing that's this Saturday, which I don't know if we'll actually end up going to. But it's still cool that I've been invited. I don't even remember, like, I'm just gonna look it up. What belt did you get up to last time? I was trying to remember that, and I'm pretty sure I got the first stripe on my blue belt. Because I definitely remember getting to blue belt. I don't remember if it was like blue belt And then the next thing was one stripe on the blue belt. Or when you got your blue belt, you got your first stripe. Ugh, okay. Because I'm trying to bring up my calendar. That's what I'm doing. Oh, I haven't put it in my calendar. Okay, that's less than ideal. I'm taking a break for a second. Let's put this in the calendar. Oh Jesus, there's no address. Okay, that's not helpful. Oh, maybe there is. Oh, yep, here we go. Open a new window. So if I don't do this now, I'm gonna forget. And I'm pretty sure that Josh has forgotten that I told him about this. So if I put it in my calendar, then I can send it to him and be like, look, it's in the calendar. Time 5. I don't know. We'll make it 2 hours. No, I'll make it an hour and a half. That, close that. Add location. I won't actually say it aloud. Oh god, they don't live in the same suburb. That's okay. Just thought she was closer than that. So I have no idea what I said before I started doing this, but I will potentially be repeating myself. We've been invited to a martial arts family pizza party this Saturday. And we weren't sure if we were going because Alex is contagious, or at least she was when we were talking about it last. And I didn't actually realize it was dinner time, but that's okay. Save, send. And now that it's in there, I can click on that and I can see Google Maps, see where it is, how far away they are. Okay, that's only 13-minute drive. That's fine. I'm just so used to being so close to the martial arts place that it's weird that anyone would be driving that far. Holy crap. What's the directions? Is it all the way out there? Yeah. They come a long way compared to us. Anyway. Restricted usage or private roads. Okay. Assume that's this road here. I haven't actually ever looked at this area for stuff. Never really considered it. Getting distracted. Close that. And then I'm going to press that button and then that button. And then that button again. Okay, there we go. Then back to that. Okay. So you haven't said anything different, that's fine. Nayways So that is in the calendar. Anyway, yeah. So that's the thing. It's just, yeah, I'm so used to us not getting attached to a location that we've moved to that it feels a bit strange and like not a great idea. That's okay. To form like a community in a way, and I don't know. I just yeah. That's just me being pessimistic. Look at these stairs. They look like stairs now. Still haven't gotten to the white yet. It's not going to happen. My other piece is just not going to happen tonight. Especially given the fact that it is 10:20 and I am tired. I also need to have a shower in the morning, but that's okay. I'm not in a rush because the girls don't have school. Actually, is there anything on tomorrow apart from usual? Oh, just the usual. Thank God. So I can actually have a nice, unrushed shower and just like maybe go to the playground. We haven't been to the playground in so long. It's just been so rainy here. It's like every time. I don't understand the thought process of my children sometimes. Like they would ask to go to the playground because they look out the window and see that it's not raining, but like they ask when it has been raining for hours. So everything is saturated and it's like so they ask, "Can we go to the playground?" And our answer is just like, "No." I mean, like, I'm not against them getting wet. Don't get me wrong. And, like, we could put wet clothes on them. So, rain pants and blah, blah, blah. But it's not safe to go on the playground when it's that wet. Especially the playground that we have, because it's got that extra tall, climby bit. That just scares me every time Charlie climbs up it. I'm just so. It's just going to take a long time for me to just trust her abilities, I think. So when I see her climbing up a ladder like that, I'm just like, oh my god, please don't fall. You crack your head open. Yeah. My god, these rows, these stairs are just taking ages. I am gonna just pause for a second because I want to run, like, I've got my two ends of floss that are just different lengths and super fluffy, and I also want to run it through this. It's a brand new one, so it's got like one run through. Okay. Couldn't find my other one, and I keep wanting to use it because it's supposed to be really good. I just can't remember what it was like when I was using it. Oh, come on, nail polish bottle, be cool. Like, I feel like I'm analyzing my stitches super close, and I started here, and I feel like I can see them clearer. I don't know how to describe it. If anything, I can feel it all over my fingers now. Yeah. So much faster, but it's not as good on my shoulder. It's better when I've got it like propped up against my chest. Plus, ideally, I have a thimble. But I don't. Because thimbles just feel clunky and uncomfortable to me. Like, look how fast that's gone. Oh. Ow. Shorts are all rolled up on my legs. Okay. Ow. Oh. I'm getting tired. Now to go back and replace the 3 stitches I had to pull from the last colour because they were in my... Ah. We're getting there. Yeah. Thank you. Alright, there you go. It is conditioned. I need to get one of those little guys when I get the threads. This thing. Well, I can order one for you. You can always also use beeswax. Apparently, I haven't used beeswax. But I have this. I don't remember when I got it, but I've got this like tiny little version of it too. I think it came with one that like as a little freebie when I got the first time. And this one, you're supposed to, like, the idea is you stick it because it's got a little sticky 3M patch thing. You stick it on the I'll get that another time. You stick it on the side of your sewing machine where the thread runs past, and you stick the thread through it, and you condition the thread as you're sewing. I've just never found a good place to stick that to for myself because I don't have a sewing machine. But yeah, kind of use it as a little bit of a fidget toy in a way because it's all mushed up. Oh my god, I'm almost through this color. And I'll fix this little missing piece up here. And then I will do a little bit of the white. And then I will go to bed. Yeah, so I'm trying to, like I said before, I'm creating an order for 123 Stitch, and I'm sure I can give you temporary stock. That's okay. I'll get rid of that. Yeah, I'm sure I can get Thread Magic. Let me just quickly look. This is like such a bad website. Round and cube. There we go. I'll get you a round and cube one. So the cube is what I just showed you that I dropped on the floor. Where did it go? Okay, there we go. Ugh, stupid computer. Just do the thing that I want you to do. No loose lid thread cutter blade. How big is it? Because that's actually like pretty cool. I might get that for me. Anything. So get that. Why did it disappear? And then I can't get the round and cube one. It's out of stock. So I'll get the little round one. Why is it not? Whatever. I'll leave that there, and it can have a think about what it's done. And then I need to go back to that. You're welcome. Okay. Hooray! Alright. Where's my pattern? Here. Star. That one. There we go. Fixed. I'm gonna spend a bit of time crossing off stitches because I've been like really slack about that. Uh, Okay. Alright, I just double checking the rest of the pattern that I think all the colours are done. I just need to do white. Yep. And back stitching. But yeah. Okay. I got a little tiny bit of white, so we're going to do the lion face. Stitching white on white. Oh yeah. It's important to do. Hell yeah. Oh man, it's almost 11. Yay. Alright, let's do this top bit and then I will finish up for the night. Yeah, he does look cuter with white. Yay! He'll look even cuter when he's got eyes and whiskers. Does he have whiskers? Yes, and a little mouth as well. It's kind of funny. While I've been stitching it, I couldn't like detach from the fact that the little inside of the ears look like eyes. So it just looked like this weird long-faced lion. Um, this looks so much better than the empty space. There we go. That looks way better now. Alright. Ha! Well, I managed to work on 3 colours, technically. One of the colours was literally only one stitch. But that's okay. I'm just glad that I'm getting closer. Closer! I'm going to try and finish this piece before I do my floss tube. That would be good. And before I go to bed, I'm going to wash this piece. So if you didn't see it earlier, this is the piece that I was going to work on and I started to. But then once I started it, I realized, no, I think it's done. So I'm going to take it out of the hoop now. And yeah, I'm going to give that a wash before I go to bed so that it can dry. And then I can finish it in the hoop and have it all ready to show on the floss tube as well. So yay! That one I'm looking forward to at least taking photos and videos of this one and sharing it. I think it's really very cute. So yay. Pretty. Yes, it does still count. This one little tiny square right here. So yeah, I've got to do the white on the sides of the door frame and the zebra, and then part 1 and 2 is done, and I'll be able to start part 3 and 4. Yay! And I'm thinking this time I will start with the white. Oh no, that's what I was going to do. I was going to work backwards down the, so I won't show it here, but like this is like outdated. This is because on the back is this tiny little bit of part 1, but this has the key here. And so I went from the top and worked my way down. For part 3 and 4, I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way up. Just why not? So, yeah. Anyways, it's already after 11, so I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you so much for keeping me company, and I'll see you all around the internet. Bye-bye.